welcome to Porthcothan 3. And hopefully going to get right out to the sea pool, sort of over there. The tide is as far out as it can really go, so yeah, thanks for watching. So, if you're watching this, you've probably just finished watching the second one, which only feels like yesterday to me, because it was. So I had my hair cut since then, and basically the tide is further out. I didn't exactly plan to be back filming so quickly, but well, you take every opportunity you can, I guess. Hashtag content. And we're back at the beach. Happy days. And heading all the way down to the sea, which is all the way out, but there is a lot more stunning rocks, caves and things to show you, which I always did plan on doing, to be fair. Check the previous video. Yeah, so let's ponder on down to the sea. So before we get down to the sea, which is a small walkway, tides out, we'll check on the old sea glass areas, see what we can find, you know what I mean? Yeah, happy days. Let's see what we can see today. So during the edit of this video, I was putting the photos and bits and bobs and everything together. There was something that was undeniably familiar, but took me a long time to put my finger on what it was exactly or what it reminded me of. The Goonies. Probably going to do a video about that one day, you never know. But yeah, that certain beach twang to it. And so onto the pool. It just happens to have two Labradors swimming in it, but it's really deep and goes quite a bit way back, and people will apparently take their horses in there to cool them off on a hot day. Probably going to get a wetsuit one day and go in there and jump on in. But it was around this time that my phone ran out of battery. Again, it was on the spur of the moment going there. So this is actually filmed from my wife's phone, and as you can see, I'm heading towards a giant cave that I wouldn't be able to see when the tide's in, and I completely back out of it. I thought it's very high, there's lots of rocks everywhere, and it's never worth the risk of even trying to get through to things like that. If I had a drone I might give it a go, but not this time. You see, it's really big and really deep and dangerous. And so in the end, after doing that, I gave myself some ideas for some thumbnails and some things to play around with. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.